Alright, what's up? It's the Press Boy here, back with our video, and today's video we are going to be reviewing Doctor Strange. Actually, no, we're going to be reviewing Glow Squid in the Multiverse of C. Yeah, it was a very good movie. Okay, I know you guys are probably fucking wondering why there's glow squids on the fucking screen right now from Minecraft. I had no other screenshot, so I just picked the most beautiful thing. Even though uh, glow squids are fucking useless, they're still kind of pretty, so I kind of wanted to use them as a screenshot for today. Don't worry, they're not going to be in the thumbnail. That'd be kind of weird if there was a thumbnail, though. Just two glow squids as a thumbnail in a Doctor Strange video. But so I did watch Doctor Strange on Saturday. Sorry, I was having what's called fun day outside on Sunday. It was just, I was just doing exercise and shit like that. So yeah, but anyway, I did go see Doctor Strange on Saturday, and so people are having mixed reactions about it. Some people said they liked it, some people said they didn't like it. I mean, everyone has their own opinion. People said that they only liked it a little, and etc. I guess. But personally, for me, I won't give it a 10. I won't give it a something out of 10 yet. I'll wait till the end of the video to give it a rating. But I personally really liked it, and you probably know it's gonna be very high on the list. But yeah, I personally really liked it, and it brought me. Like, it made me appreciate so much more characters as well, like Wanda's in this movie as well. So yeah, again, I mean, yeah, like I said, in the Moon Knight one, and I guess the Spider-Man No Way Home one, and all of them basically. There's gonna be spoilers ahead, so I'm fucking warning you if you guys say, "Oh, what? Yeah, you spoiled the movie on me." I did put a spoiler warning. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm giving you a spoiler warning now. I didn't put a warning at the start, but yeah, I'm giving you a warning now. So if you haven't seen Doctor Strange and is planning on seeing it, then yeah, you're warned. There's gonna be spoilers in this video. So yeah, let's get straight on to the video then. Now that's the people who haven't watched the movie are gone. So this movie was directed by Sam Raimi, who was the director of the first three original Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. And basically, if you've never heard of Sam Raimi before, then he basically creates his own little horror films. And, well, they're not shorts or anything, but they're like the actual movies. But I actually haven't watched one of his horror movies before. I've only watched the three Spider-Man movies, of course. But he actually does create horror shit and all of that. It's really, I've seen some clips of it on YouTube, but yeah, so he's actually pretty good at doing horror stuff, and he fucking kills it in this movie. This movie is fucking. Okay, it's not, it could creep you out, of course, but the jump scares are so cool. There's so many fucking good jump scares. I'll get to them later when, I'll get to some of them later, but because there's gonna be spoilers. There's a spoiler one, and okay, if you guys know what I'm talking about, yeah, okay, there's fucking jump scares in this movie. That's all I want to say. And I love this. Sam Raimi's a fucking good director. He's like top tier, definitely top tier in my opinion. And yeah, so Sam Raimi is god tier in this movie, and yeah, so we have we have Benedict, who's playing Benedict, yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but whatever. But he's a really great interpretation of Doctor Strange. He's brilliant as Doctor Strange, and yeah, so I give him, like, his Doctor Strange is like definitely a 9 out of 10. His Doctor Strange is awesome. I love his Doctor Strange. And Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda Maximoff, or you can call her Scarlet Witch, of course. Yeah, she's 10 out of 10 in this movie. She is so fucking badass in this movie. Holy shit, like. So yeah, I give her a 10 out of 10. And there's a new character introduced into the MCU now. She's from the comics also as well. And her name is America Chavez. And I actually don't know how to pronounce her actor's name because her actor's name is so weird to pronounce, but she's really great in this movie. And she's kind of like the main focus of this movie. Well, not that, of course, the main focus is Doctor Strange because it's Doctor Strange's movie, but she's kind of like the main, okay, yeah, okay, I'll say Wanda Maximoff is the main villain in this movie. And she's basically trying to steal America Chavez's powers so she can go see her kids again, because you guys, I guess it's just a spoiler for WandaVision as well, the show. But basically, in WandaVision, basically, because Wanda is sad over her husband's death, her husband's death, Vision. So yeah, she creates a new Vision, basically a fake Vision, and then they also create fake kids, which is, from the comics as well. Billy and Tommy. Billy is Wiccan, and Tommy is Speed from the comics. So then Wanda has to take the hex down, which is keeping Billy and Tommy and Vision alive. So then, yeah, Vision and her kids basically die. And she's all sad because, any mother would be if they lost their children. And yeah, so basically the main villain in the story is Wanda, and basically what she's trying to do is she's trying to steal America Chavez's powers, because basically what America Chavez can do is she can teleport through the multiverse, and yeah, so Wanda's trying to get her powers so she can go to a different universe and live with her kids. So yeah, that's basically what the main villain wants, which is Wanda. I can't believe they made Wanda the actual main villain. I mean, I know she's pretty much she can be a villain in the comics as well. In the House of M, she literally kills all mutants, but like yeah. So I can't. She's so fucking badass in this movie. But yeah, so that's basically what America Chavez is one of the main focuses. Wong is also in this movie. He was brilliant as well. And yeah, so I think oh yeah, there's Christine Palmer as well, Doctor Strange, the love interest. Then the post-credit scene comes around. I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, let's just keep talking about the movie then. So it basically starts off with Defender Strange and America Chavez running away from one of Scarlet Witch's monsters, because she sends monsters after America Chavez to get her powers, of course. And the monster looks pretty cool. Like, it looks pretty cool. It's not bad CGI, of course. It actually looks really good. And yeah, so because Strange is like he's willing to sacrifice anyone for the greater good. So he's about to like steal America Chavez's powers for himself. Well, no, he's about to take them away from her. Well, which will kill her. Yeah, so Defender Strange is like trying to steal her powers so the monster can't get it. And yeah, but America Chavez will die. And then yeah, Defender Strange, by the way, if you didn't know, it's a different version of Doctor Strange. So, but anyway, Defender Strange gets killed, and America Chavez goes to Earth 616, which is now confirmed to be the MCU universe now. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, then she goes to, of course, 616, which is our universe. Defender Strange is dead, and yeah, okay. Then they fight this giant eyeball monster later in the movie. They also make a Spider-Man reference, which I think is really cool. So yeah, they fight this also Doctor Strange meets Dr. West and all like that, and she also goes to Christine Palmer's wedding because his love interest is getting married, which is I've felt disappointment at that before, but but okay, I'm not going to talk about that, but yeah, disappointing, but yeah, so then Doctor Strange runs away from the wedding and basically fights the eyeball monster with Wong. And I guess America Chavez, even though she doesn't really fight, she just runs away from the monster. And I really love how they kill the monster. It's like they kill it so good. Doctor Strange like lifts a lamppost and plunges it through the monster's eye, and it's like really, really gruesome. It's really cool that. And there's actually really cool death scenes in this movie. I swear to God, there's such good ones. So yeah, that monster's dead. America Chavez doesn't trust Strange because the other Strange tried to kill her. And yeah, so they buried either Strange because he looks like a zombie now, and his body will come into play later as well in the movie. So yeah, watch out for that. So yeah, next thing that happens is Strange goes to go see Wanda because Wanda is he wants Wanda to help out with the mission and all of trying to keep America Chavez safe. But like I told you earlier, we do find out Wanda actually is the main villain of the story. Doctor Strange finds out because Wanda makes a mistake and says, "Oh, you can keep America Chavez with me," and Doctor Strange didn't tell her name, tell her name, so he got suspicious and knew that she was the main villain. And yeah, so we learned we're at Wanda's home that she is the main villain of this movie. It's really sad, well, because before she was having a dream of her children, and it's really sad because then she just wakes up without her children. It's really sad. Wanda's had a rough time throughout the MCU. But also the WandaVision team plays, which I really love the WandaVision team. But yeah, so then Wanda threatens Strange saying to give up the girl, which is America Chavez, or else she'll kill all of them. And yeah, so they have one day, so they just defend themselves basically. And then, it's a really badass line she says, by the way, before she leaves. She said, "It won't be Wanda that comes for you." it will be the Scarlet Witch. And basically, I would say also, basically what's corrupting her and making her kind of evil is the Darkhold. And basically what that is from WandaVision as well. Basically, it kind of just corrupts your mind and makes you do stuff that you just don't want to do. And yeah, so that's basically what kind of controlling her, but yeah, kind of like a better word is like I just said, corrupting her. It's just corrupting her. And yeah, so they start up the defenses and all. Then I guess the Scarlet Witch shows up wanting a battle, and I'm gonna get tired after this. This happened when I was reviewing Moon Knight as well. But then so yeah, Wanda is just there. There's a really badass scene where she gets into one of the, so they're like all the sorcerers are like making a huge barrier that Wanda can't get through. And that's like, it's like defending all of them, so she can't get through it. So the only way she can get through it is she goes through this guy. She basically enters this guy's mind. Well, not enters it, but she gets to this guy's mind, and then we just see her pop up behind the guy, and she says, "Run!" And then the guy starts running because he's like, he just pussied out. So then he bumps into a bunch of people, which lowers the force field, and Wanda fucking annihilates all of them. All of them, not all of them, but all of them motherfucking, sorry, I said that, but all of them fucking die. All of them die. Except Minotaur. Minotaur's a guy from the comics as well, that's a sorcerer. And a few other randoms as well that survive. But everyone, and of course the main characters survive, but everyone literally gets killed by Wanda. Everyone. And then Wanda chases America Chavez and Steven and Wong, of course, into like a building. And Steven, or yeah, I'll just say Doctor Strange, because yeah, Steven is Doctor Strange's real name. But Doctor Strange traps Wanda in the mirror dimension, which he easily gets through by using reflections to kind of like pull people through the mirrors and all. And she only succeeds to kill 2 people there, but yeah, she doesn't get America Chavez. And then they start having a little mini fight in that house, and Wanda basically, when she captures Wong, defeats Wong, but Wong doesn't die, but like she captures him, and because basically America Chavez can't control her powers yet, she can't like willingly just open portals. Whenever she gets scared, she opens portals. So of course she gets scared and pulls Strange to her portal. So Strange and America Chavez go to a bunch of different universes, which I think is one of the most epic scenes in the movie, because we see a lot of unique universes. I'm pretty sure we see like the noir universe, which is like the I can't remember what year it was, but like the 70s or something, or 60s year. Then we see like a futuristic year. We see a paint. Wait, am I saying year? No, yeah, wait, yeah, futuristic universe, I'll say. And then we see like a paint universe where everyone's just paint, and then we see like this block universe. And then there's like an animated universe as well, which I think is really cool. They actually animate America Chavez and Doctor Strange. This movie has to win an Oscar or some shit like that. And then there's also like a universe where the dinosaurs are still alive, and yeah, there's probably a bunch of other ones, but I'm not going to name every universe I saw. So yeah, then they end up in a different, another, yeah, they land in a different universe, and my voice is cracking shit. Yeah, A13, I'm pretty sure the universe they landed in. And basically, so they explore for a bit. We find out that just like the comics, well, there's 2 versions of America Chavez's story. Basically, the story they use in this movie is America Chavez has 2 mothers, and she opens a portal because she gets scared by like a bee. I think it was a bee. Can't remember what animal she got scared up by, but she got scared and opened the portal to basically bring her parents to a different universe, and then they all got separated or some shit. And yeah, and then there's another storyline in the comics where America Chavez is like an experiment, not like an actual like daughter to anyone. But yeah, so that's basically what America Chavez's origins in the MCU. And then they come across the Sanctum, which is where Doctor Strange usually hangs out, and they see like a giant statue of Doctor Strange outside the Sanctum, and it says, I think I can't remember what the exact words were, but it said, "Thank you to our mightiest hero, Doctor Strange, for defeating Thanos." So yeah, Doctor Strange, well, Doctor Strange defeated Thanos in that universe. I'll get to talk about that later in a few minutes, but yeah, there's more to that story. But then we see Mordo come out of the Sanctum, which is, if you don't know who Mordo is, it's Doctor Strange's like good friend. He actually taught him how to use his powers and all, but then he turned evil, wanting to steal everyone else's sorcerer powers because he thinks there's too many sorcerers in the world. So yeah, he basically turns evil, and yeah, we're looking at a different universe model right now where he has the Sanctum all to himself. So yeah, so he invites Doctor Strange and America Chavez in and drugs them. they get knocked out by drugs because they were drinking tea, and then they're in this they're in the Illuminati facility, and in the comics the Illuminati is like a group of people that kind of protect the multiverse, or all universes, I guess if I were to say. And in the comics, the team is usually formed by Iron Man, but of course Iron Man. I mean, maybe the Iron Man could be still alive in different universes. I mean, he definitely is alive in different universes, but basically in the comics it's usually Iron Man on the team, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, Neymar. I was about to say Neymar Jr. Don't ask, but Neymar, Professor X, and I'm pretty sure that's it. And oh wait, who am I forgetting? I'm fucking forgetting someone, aren't I? Oh, I'm forgetting someone. Oh no, wait, am I forgetting? Okay, I'm looking. So it's Tony. Yeah, Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, Black Bolt. I think I'm forgetting someone. Neymar said as well, didn't I? Okay, I don't think it really matters, does it? Okay, I think I might just move on. Oh yeah, actually, I'm a fucking idiot. It's Doctor Strange as well. Sorry, why Doctor Strange is like the main hero of this movie, and I actually just forget he was part of the Illuminati. I'm such a fucking idiot. But yeah, Doctor Strange of course is a part of the Illuminati as well, usually in the comics. And yeah, so America Chavez and Doctor Strange talk to this alternate version of Christine Palmer, and then Mordo brings Doctor Strange out of his cage and brings him to go talk to the Illuminati. And so, unlike the comics, there isn't actually much. I mean, there's still a lot of the original people from the comics, but there's not. I mean, there's only two different ones, but basically, yeah. So Doctor Strange meets the Illuminati, and this team is Peggy Carter, also known as Captain Carter. So basically, she's from the What If episode 1. And basically, it's called What If Peggy Carter was the first Avenger. So also, I guess, spoilers for What If, I guess, as well. And the second member is Captain Marvel variant, which is really cool. And then we have also Professor X on the team, which I freaked out over. I love seeing Professor X in this movie, even though he didn't get much screen time. I'll talk about that later. And then we also have Black Bolt, which is I knew he's in the comics, of course, but I didn't actually think we were going to see him in the MCU. But we have Black Bolt in the MCU as well now. I guess I'll explain their powers in a few minutes as well. And then we have the smartest man alive, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. He's fucking in this movie, boys. He's fucking in this movie. Let's go. And yeah, so there's going to be a Fantastic Four movie coming out in a few years as well, so it's going to be the same actor playing him. I can't remember the actor's name, but yeah, Mr. Fantastic is in this movie. So I guess I'll just explain all their powers if you don't know them. Peggy Carter, she's just a super soldier like Captain America. She's just super strength and speed, and she's just basically like Captain America if you know his abilities. Captain Marvel just has Captain Marvel ability. She can fly, super strength, and all laser beams. Well, not laser beams, but you know what they're called, like, you know, the blast things. She shoots kind of, I don't know what you call them. And then there's Black Bolt. Basically, what his powers is, if he speaks, then like a supersonic, I guess, thing comes out of his mouth, and it can kill you in one shot. So if he speaks, he can just kill someone in one shot. Even like whisper, the smallest thing, he can just kill someone in one shot. And then there's Professor X. He can like use his mind and all like that to get into people's heads and shit like that and all, and do other shit as well. And then there's Mr. Fantastic, and basically his powers are he can stretch. He can just use, you know, have you ever heard of like, if you don't get me, have you ever heard of like Stretch Armstrong or whatever his name is, that toy? Yeah, like if you guys have ever seen that before, and he can like stretch his arms and all, that's basically what Mr. Fantastic's powers are, if that makes sense. So yeah, so also I forgot to mention, yeah, so they talk for a little while. We find out that Stephen actually was corrupted by the Darkhold in that universe as well. And then Black Bolt had to kill him, if that makes sense. I'm not going to explain all that, because I need to get to the main focus, what happens in a few minutes. Also, Wong brings Wanda to the temple of the throne-like place of the Scarlet Witch. And yeah, they're actually going to try to sleepwalk into a different universe version of herself. And then she sees her 2 kids there, and then they're like, she sees her 2 kids, and because she's in the other Wanda's body, sleepwalking, which sleepwalking is basically, you can just, like, I just explained it a few minutes ago there, but I'll explain it again. Basically, you can just go into a different version of yourself's body. And then also, there's this other thing I forgot to mention, is if in the MCU, if you have a dream, that means you're looking into a different universe right now, at the moment. Like, if you're dreaming in the MCU, you're dreaming of a different version of yourself in a different universe. So that dream that Tony Stark had in Avengers Infinity War, he said, like, when he said the Pepper Potts, that he dreamt that they had a kid called Morgan. That was actually like him looking into a different universe version of himself. And then of course that later did happen. So yeah, Wanda sleepwalks into a different version of herself, flies off to the Illuminati base, and yeah, this is about to get wild because this is like the best bit. So the Wanda comes in and destroys a bunch of the Ultron bots, and yeah, because she's come for America Chavez, of course, and then Christine Palmer breaks America Chavez out of her cage. Well, not yet actually, but she eventually breaks through. But yeah, before Wanda gets to the cage, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, Peggy Carter, and Captain Marvel show up to stop her because they're like very strong people. They're very strong superheroes, and the so-called smartest person alive, which is Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, because that's what Mordo did say that, right? He was the smartest person alive, right? If he's the smartest person alive, then why did he just tell Wanda what Black Bolt's weakness was? Well, not weakness, but strength, I guess. Because he literally told Wanda that Black Bolt can just kill you by whispering from his mouth. And then Wanda says, what mouth? And then we just see that Black Bolt's fucking mouth disappears because Wanda's using magic. Oh my god, that is so brutal. Yeah, Black Bolt just dies. He just dies. He doesn't even get a chance to fight with Wanda. He just dies in a really brutal way. So basically, because he has no mouth, he's trying to like speak, which is kind of dumb. I don't know why he tried to speak with no mouth, but he uses his like supersonic. It's a really hard death to explain, but he tries to speak, and because if he speaks, he uses the supersonic thing, which kills someone instantly. So he basically just kills himself and his brains. Basically, we see his brain just fall out of his head, basically. Well, not fall out, but it's like, you see his brain, like, moving inside of his head, does that make sense? And he just falls to the ground, and then, if Mr. Fantastic is, again, the smartest person in the world, or, I guess, universe, he just attacks Wanda with one punch. He doesn't even hit her. She just dodges it and turns him into spaghetti and kills Mr. Fantastic as well. Now, you're probably, okay, I'll just wait, hold on. I'll get to that in a minute. So then, at least Peggy Carter and Captain Marvel have a fighting chance, and they actually get to land some hits on Wanda, at least. But then it doesn't really last long because Peggy Carter throws her shield at Wanda. Wanda catches it and throws her shield back at her. Splits her in half, Darth Maul style. She literally died like how Darth Maul did. And yeah, so that's Peggy Carter then now, and the only one left to stop her is, I guess, Professor X and Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel, Professor X wasn't there yet, but Captain Marvel tries to kill her, and yeah, you probably can guess. She doesn't do very well. She gets crushed by a statue, and then Professor X shows up and basically goes into this little dream world thing, and then gets his head snapped by a jump scare. Yep. So you're probably all, and also I forgot to mention Doctor Strange and Mordo have a little fight, and Doctor Strange wins, but America Chavez and Christine Palmer escape from Wanda as well. So you're probably wondering though, that's if the Illuminati is so important, then how are they just all dead like that? How are they just going to kill all those members like that? Now, don't worry, and also you're probably wondering if Mr. Fantastic is getting his own movie soon with the other members of the Fantastic Four, then how is he going to be in it when he's dead? So this is the beauty of the multiverse. The multiverse is like, you probably all know what the multiverse is. It's basically like, you can have infinite versions of yourself, so at least Mr. Fantastic is probably still alive in the 616 universe, so yeah, and also probably Black Bolt as well, probably Professor X, probably, and well, Captain Marvel is alive in 616, but we have our Carol Danvers in 616. So, but that Carol Danvers is probably alive in a different universe somewhere still. And Peggy Carter as Captain Carter is probably still alive in a different universe as well, but not in 616 because no, we had Steve Rogers as our Captain America. But yeah, so the Illuminati is all dead. I think the Illuminati still could be formed. I think Superior Iron Man is still a member. He just didn't show up in the movie. But I think Superior Iron Man will show up in another movie soon. But Superior Iron Man, by the way, is like the strongest version of Tony Stark. So yeah, just want to say that. So then, there's a little horror chase scene going on where Wanda chases Steven, or Doctor Strange, sorry. Doctor Strange, America Chavez, and Christine Palmer. And they get to the Book of Ashanta, which is gonna like stop Wanda and her dark magic. But Wanda basically just destroys it. And yeah, so it doesn't end very well. Wanda captures America Chavez, going back to her universe. And also Doctor Strange and Christine Palmer go to a different universe. It's like a eviler version of their universe, and yeah, that scene was very epic. But okay, I'm gonna have to go through this fast now. So Doctor Strange and Christine Palmer end up in this like dark world place where the world is all twisted and basically everyone's dead. The only person alive in that universe is Doctor Strange himself, an eviler version of Doctor Strange. And yeah, so he goes to the Sanctum, a different version of the Sanctum that looks really like creepy and shit like that. And then we see this Doctor Strange, evil Doctor Strange versus the normal Doctor Strange. And yeah, they have like this epic music battle, which it doesn't make sense, but you just have to watch the movie if you want to understand that. And also the evil Doctor Strange has 3 eyes, which, you know, at the end of the movie, our Doctor Strange will have 3 eyes as well. And usually sometimes in the comics as well, Doctor Strange has 3 eyes anyway. But yeah, so our Strange kills the evil Strange by throwing him out the window and him getting impaled by a fence. And then Christine comes in and basically Doctor Strange uses, not usually, Doctor Strange just sleepwalks into so Christine asks how he's going to sleepwalk if there's no Strange left in his universe, and then he remembers that the dead Strange, the Defender Strange that died at the start of the film, is still in that universe. So which is really cool, Doctor Strange actually takes over basically the zombie. I'm gonna call it the zombie Strange at the moment. So he takes over the zombie Strange's body. So Defender Strange is alive basically at the moment, but he's still kind of dead. It's just, you know, our Stephen Strange in his body. Does that make sense? And Wanda's basically just stealing America Chavez's powers. Wong got thrown off the cliff, but he's still alive, don't worry. So, yeah, Wong tries to stop her. Doesn't work. A bunch of, like, demons show up that Christine stops. Cause, yeah, okay, I gotta get to the main point before this video's gotten too long. So, basically, the final battle, it's, you know, so Wanda kind of just destroys Defender Strange. Like she just obliterates him. He's not dead, but he's getting obliterated. And then he tells America Chavez that he believes in her, that she can use her powers on will. So then America Chavez kicks Wanda's ass, punches her, kicks her, punches her again, and makes a portal to hell. Yeah, she was about to send Wanda to hell, but then she thought she would give her exactly what she wanted, and brings her to her house, a different version of her house with her kids and a different Wanda version, of course. So yeah, she brings our Wanda to the one that she took over before to kill the Illuminati, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's 2 Wandas, her kids, Billy and Tommy, and then of course America Chavez is there as well. And she beats up the other Wanda, and she goes over to Billy and Tommy trying to reason her with her. And then Billy and Tommy just throwing shit at her, saying, get away from us, and shit like that, because they're kind of freaked out. There's two versions of her mom just standing in front of them. And yeah, then Wanda is kind of heartbroken because she wants, you know, her kids not to hate her, and then she finally realizes that her kids in every universe are happy with their own moms, and she knows that every version of themselves are happy out there, so she just accepts that she can't have them again. So yeah, then Wanda decides to just become a good guy again for the second time, because remember she was a bad guy in Age of Ultron as well. But so yeah, the Wanda tries to destroy the Darkhold, which was corrupting her. And America Chavez and Wong escape before, because the temple's kind of, she has to destroy the temple thing she's in, or the throne room she's in, to destroy the Darkhold. And yeah, Defender Strange, his body's gonna be lying there, so he, you know, of course Steven, like, you know, it's terrifying. Okay, I'll just say what happens then. This is confusing. But yeah, Wanda is dead. She sacrifices herself to destroy the Darkhold. Of course, America Chavez and Wong get out of there. Of course, Defender Strange gets squashed, but that's the end of Doctor Strange because he was asleep walking into that guy's body. And yeah, so Wanda's dead. There's so many of our heroes dying. Like Iron Man is dead from Endgame. Steve Rogers, Captain America, is dead from Endgame as well. But he's still probably an old man. I mean, I don't know. He's an old man. Like, he's probably dead now. But Black Widow's dead. Yeah, all of our a lot of our heroes are just dying. It's really sad. And well, a cool thing to know though is Vision is still alive, because remember in WandaVision where Sword created the recreated Vision to go after Wanda, and then the Hex version of Vision brought him back to the good side, and yeah. But so Vision's still alive out there. He's probably going to hear about Wanda's death. Or so oh yeah. So that's basically the end of the movie. America Chavez finds Christine and Doctor Strange and brings them back home. Yeah, Christine goes back to her original universe, and Doctor Strange goes back to his universe with America Chavez, of course. I forgot to say, by the way, America Chavez is, when she opens portals, they're like star-shaped portals. I forgot to say that, sorry. But so yeah, they defeated the main villain now. Basically, the film's about to be over. So America Chavez is learning sorcerer. She learned to be a sorcerer and using Doctor Strange magic. And yeah, yeah. And then the post-credit scenes. Oh wait, yeah, okay. The post-credit scene is Doctor Strange just gets a third eye, and then the last credit scene is he's just walking in the street, and then a random portal. I think it's from the Dark Dimension where Doctor Strange defeated Dormammu. This girl comes out and says, "You've created a really bad thing in the multiverse." They both jump through the portal together, and that girl, by the way, is a girl called Clea. And basically, who she is in the comics is she's Doctor Strange's wife. Or yeah, they're usually like married, or they're basically like love interests, like I guess you could say. And she's also the niece of Dormammu. So yeah, that's probably going to be Doctor Strange's new love interest, which is Clea. So I give this movie 11 out of 10. I love this. It was personally one of my new favorite Marvel movies. No Way Home is still probably my favorite, but yeah. So I really like this movie. I recommend you go see it. And yeah, I'm going to end the video here. If you enjoyed, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe and hit the bell. It's the most video I upload. But you don't have to do that whatsoever. Also, I'm probably going to be finishing Five Nights at Freddy's soon, because, I still have a lot of things planned in June and all shit like that. Probably know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be talking. My 3rd year anniversary is coming up in June, so yeah, has some special plans for that. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.